Hello from Yes Queen channel. Thank you very much for watching our channel. And if you've already watched our channel, you already know that I'm from Japan and my girlfriend is also from Japan. So we are both Japanese and we're like Japanese lesbian couple, right? And sometimes, like we share our daily lives, like how we have a date as a lesbian couple, how we spend our daily lives as a lesbian couple, and we also like show you nice places to visit in Japan. Or sometimes, we think together with you, like sometimes like we try to come up with the answer for your questions, such as like sex education series, or sometimes, I bring up the topics to raise the awareness or to think together with you. And what I love about our community here is that you really have your own opinion and you share that with us, on YouTube comment section or Instagram DM, and I hugely appreciate it because we learned so much from you. And today we want to discuss with you again on another topic, and which is should people feel sorry for LGBTQ plus people? And like this thought has been lingering on my head for like a really long time, and previously I even like talked about like similar issue on our channel. But I want to talk about it again because I've had this experience which I'm going to share with you now. But before we begin, please be aware that this is just our personal opinion, and I'm sure that all of you have different opinions and we would like to hear from you. Okay? So I had this opportunity to answer for the interview, and this journalist was looking for Japanese LGBTQ plus who is out. And I'm out, right? As you can see right now, I'm out. I'm LGBTQ plus, so I was happy to be there for the interview. So I was like, yeah, sure. And he sent me the questions he wanted to ask during the interview beforehand, which is pretty organized, right? It's nice of him. And when I read the questions, there were two. So one was how I struggled as LGBTQ plus during my childhood, and second one is how I coped with it. And I do know that these topics are very important, right? But I really thought like, oh, again, this stereotype image that all LGBTQ plus have to suffer. I mean, so I told him that, I'm sorry, like I really want to do everything that I can for you, if you want to talk to LGBTQ plus, but I really don't think I'm the ideal person because I really don't suffer as LGBTQ plus. Like, I mean, for example, I know that we still can't get married. Same-sex marriage is still not legal in Japan and all. And like all this little stuff, like sometimes like girls get scared when they know that I like girls. They insist that they're straight while I'm not interested in them at all. Something like that, but I really don't care, because I'm not ashamed of my sexuality. I'm happy as I am, and my sexuality is just a part of me, right? And I have a girlfriend who is in the closet, and like we're really happy together. So I told him all that, and I feel like I also told him that I run my own YouTube channel, right? And there should be many role models, and I do think that these two questions are so important for these children who struggle as LGBTQ plus. So I do know that I do respect these people who've survived the tough times. I do respect these LGBTQ plus people who survived these tough times, but I also do believe that there should be happy LGBTQ plus role models, right? Because if you just look at all the people who've survived the tough times, that could also terrify them, I mean, I'm not accusing these people at all, but I'm thinking that there could be more options, more role models, and there should also be like happy LGBTQ plus role models in Japan. So I told him that if you're looking for these people who've struggled or who are still struggling, I'm not the ideal person. And he said, he was nice enough to admit that, oh, I think I had this stereotype image that LGBTQ plus people suffer. So can I have extra meeting with you beforehand so I can rewrite the content for the interview? So I was like, sure, why not, right? And we had the extra interview, and I was there for the interview itself as well. So I'm not here today to blame him or anything. No, I'm not gonna reveal his private information. No. I'm doing this today is because I feel like he's not the only one who has or who had this stereotype image towards the LGBTQ plus at all. Like, I feel like there are so many people who think that LGBTQ plus people suffer all the time, or they've suffered. And also, I personally feel, and I've also personally experienced that some LGBTQ plus people even think that we all suffer, we all have to suffer. And like I've said, I'm gonna repeat this again and again because this is important, and I respect those people who survived these tough times. And I do know that people do suffer because of their sexuality or gender identity. You know, like for example, transgender people have issues, you know, when they want to use the locker room or bathroom, or like, you know, which uniform they wear, you know, all this like issues with gender identity. And I do know that lesbians and gays, they get bullied because of their sexuality, and that is not acceptable, right? We really shouldn't be discriminated or tortured or bullied because of our sexuality, because we don't harm others, right? So like, I do respect those people, and I do know that they are people who suffer. But when people are like, oh, when they find out that I'm LGBTQ plus, and when they come like, oh Mari, I'm so sorry you like women, oh I'm so sorry you are with a woman, I'm like, no, please don't be sorry, you know, I'm happy, like I really am happy, you know, like I'm happy. And my girlfriend is unlike me, she's in the closet. We made completely different decision when it comes to coming out. I'm out, she's in the closet, but we are completely happy together, you know. And yes, of course, we've been through a lot. Me and my girlfriend have been through a lot, trust me. But we've been through a lot, like heterosexual couples have, right? It's not because we are a lesbian couple. No, it's not a thing. Like, and we are like really happy together. Really. And even my girlfriend is in the closet, she doesn't want people to be sorry for us, you know. Like when I also shared that question from the journalist with my girlfriend, she was like, why do we have to suffer because of our sexuality, you know? And she also doesn't want people to feel sorry for us, you know, because we are happy, really. And but at the same time, like I know that I am the minority of the minority. I mean, I know that not many LGBTQ plus come out, right? And like I always say, people don't have to come out. I mean, I don't even force my girlfriend to come out at all, right? But there are people who can't come out even though they want to come out because they are afraid of the reactions, right? So as the minority of the minority, I really am grateful for my family, my friends, and my colleagues who accept me for who I am, really. And you know, because like I can come out, and like that is why even like why we are running this YouTube channel, because I can like I'm out, right? And I want to show the whole world that we do exist. LGBTQ plus exist in Japan. And although I decided to come out and my girlfriends decided not to come out, we can still be together. We can still be happily together as a couple, and we want to share how happily LGBTQ plus can live in Japan, right? And of course we also raise the awareness and talk about the issues like today and all. But like, I mean, like one of the main purpose why we're running this channel is because we want to show the happy LGBTQ plus role models, right? Like really, I really do feel like there should be some happy LGBTQ plus role models in Japan or in other countries as well. So you know, like sometimes it's suffocating when people ask me, you know, oh, I'm so sorry that you're like LGBTQ plus. I'm like, please don't be sorry, I'm happy, you know. And I also like, but like again, like this hit me, so like I kept asking myself, you know, like again, like am I a sad person? Like, are we a sad couple because we're like lesbian couple? You know, I kept thinking about it again. So like I asked two of my real good friends. One of them is Maho, and she's sometimes on our channel. So like I called her, you know, like and said like, hey Maho, like do you think have you ever felt sorry for me because I'm LGBTQ plus? And she instantly said, no, why? You're you. And also I also asked another really good friend TikTok, asking her like, hey, so have you ever thought sorry for me because I'm LGBTQ plus? And she also said no. Like they immediately said no, right? And like that kind of assured me, it's like, okay, like I can be happy, LGBTQ plus people can be happy. Really. And that got me thinking, maybe like it has to, this idea, like, oh, LGBTQ plus people are sad people, this kind of like concept is not just in Japan. I'm sure like this idea is also like widespread in other countries as well. But I feel like it's very strong in Japan because we're very monolithic, so we're a very monolithic country, really. And so I feel like there are some like guidelines to follow, like this kind of person should follow this path, career or lifestyle and so on. And like when you look at LGBTQ plus, we are so out of the expected path, right? So people may look at us and think like, oh my god, they can't follow the guidelines, or they can't play the role that they're expected, so I feel so sorry for them. I feel like that is one of the thought that they could have towards us, and that is one of the reason why they feel sorry for us. That's how I feel, so like some people look at us and think like, oh, they're not on the track, they're not on the right path, so they are like failures. Oh, she's a failure, like that. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm so happy. And my girlfriend is amazing, so yeah. And so like, and also like sometimes I read on the media saying that nowadays like Japanese people are less willing to study abroad, and like that also like is kind of sad because I've lived in Ireland, right, and I saw diversity everywhere, and that was fun, like that was eye-opening. And like less students willing to study abroad means that there are less opportunities for them to learn diversity, and that could actually worsen this monolithic cycle, like less diversity, like we're like such a monolithic country, and like this is just like getting worse kind of thing. I'm just a bit afraid because I love my country, don't get me wrong, I love my country, but we should learn to be more diverse. We should enjoy the diversity, really. Yeah. But like I also do know that some people like spend their entire lives in their own countries, and I totally respect that decision too. It's cool. So what I think is more required is that for more people to speak up, and I'm not gonna force anyone to come out really, but like I feel like about a decade ago it was a bit of taboo-ish to talk about mental health issues. People didn't really want to talk about the depression if they had one. But nowadays, even celebrities, they talk about it, like Lady Gaga or Justin Bieber and all. Like they talk. Even Cara Delevingne, one of my celebrity crush, like they talk about it, right? They talk about their mental health issues. So that helps people to think like, oh, he has it, she has it, they have it. So anyone can have it, right? So it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to like think about it. It's okay to discuss that with my friends, my family. So, and nowadays, outside of Japan, it's getting more common for celebrities to talk about their sexuality. So I feel like I hope that Japan would follow the same path. Yeah, I hope. Yeah, because like I really don't have Japanese lesbian role models in Japan, really. And I've been talking about this stereotype image, bias, right? This unconscious bias is like not just for LGBTQ plus people, it's also for like, women. Like my female friends say like, oh, when it could be controversial, but some of them complain like, oh, when my male colleagues come to me and say, oh, you're a woman, you must be tough to work as a woman, that annoys our female friends because they're like, oh, do you really know what we're facing? And I'm actually happy working, having my career as a woman, And also like men also struggle because there are this image of like macho man or like masculinity, men shouldn't cry or men shouldn't show their weakness. They also suffer, right? So like, what we have to like be aware is that anyone can be minority, or like our common sense is not other people's common sense, right? So like even if you think like, oh, this is very common sense, if you ask your neighbor or if you ask your colleague sitting beside you, maybe they have totally different common sense, right? So like just always keep doubting yourself, like, you know, like, oh, am I like having like a bias without realizing it, you know? So, and really anyone can be like minority. Like for example, like Japanese are majority in Japan, but outside of Japan they're minorities. Or I don't like sweet corns, and I could be the minority because so many people love sweet corns, right? Or I'm Japanese, but I have this like Russian ancestor, so in that way I could be the minority, right? Or maybe like you have huge passion for snakes, and in that sense you could be minority, right? Anyone could be like minority. So like when you look at it, like everyone's different, right? So like why should you feel sorry for us just because we're LGBTQ plus, you know? So what I'm saying is that like don't think that your common sense is everyone's common sense. Always doubt your common sense. And also like if people have time to feel sorry for us, I want that time and effort to support the same-sex marriage to be legalized in Japan, and also try not to use discriminating words against us like that. Yeah, so in conclusion, yeah, like always doubt your common sense, and instead of like assuming someone should be this way because they are this, you know, always pay attention to what they're saying, and there should be happy LGBTQ plus role models too. Yeah, so thank you very much for listening to my thoughts, and if you have your own thoughts, please share on the comment section. So thank you very much for always watching our channel. So if you like our video, please press like, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please press subscribe. So thank you very much and see you very soon. Bye!